Hey guys, it's Deneen here, and I am taking a look with you at my January pages for Project Life for 2024. So this is a 6x8 album that I decided I was going to use. Last year I did Traveler's Notebooks. So if you've seen on my YouTube channel, I have several. Well, actually, most of my process videos for 2023 are out there. I believe July is one of my lessons in big picture classes, and I did not do December yet because I have thoughts about that. Combining, what pictures do I want to use versus what did I put into December daily. So that is an ongoing process. But one more spread and I'm done. I did decide that it was time to get moving on 2024, and it was time also to decide what was the format. And 6x8 just kept coming back to me. This is the size that I use for most of my scrapbook pages. This is the size where, most of what I do, are stored in this particular size albums. In the past, I've done 12x12 weekly Project Life. I think I did that between 2013 and maybe 2018. And then for 2019, I did 9x12 monthly. And then 2020, I did 9x12 monthly. And I think I stopped at some point in 2020, I stopped, and that was it. So I may go back eventually and finish off 2020. I didn't do anything for 21 or 22. So here we are, picking up again with 24, doing the 6x8 for a myriad of reasons, and probably one of the biggest ones is the fact that my life, the season that I'm in right now is very different than it was when I was doing 12x12 and taking lots of pictures, having a child home with me, having a teenager, having someone who was always here, always documenting. And now that I'm an empty nester, it's just a little bit different. I don't take as many pictures. Sometimes days will go by and I won't snap a picture at all. So I just decided this was the best fit for me. Additionally, there's something about the various sizes. If you take a look here, you can see, and I'll walk through January with you, different sizes and even different shapes in here, right? I love it. I find it to be just so fun and exciting and surprising when someone is flipping through the pages, when I'm flipping through the pages, right? Even when it's just me flipping through the pages, I'm looking at something that I may have created, months ago, and I'm going, oh my God, that's so cool. I love that. Because I'm forgetting what I put in every month. So it's just, the element of surprise intrigued me. So this is kind of where I'm headed for at least 2024, and then we'll see what happens after that. I also think I was motivated by, different projects like Week in the Life or Day in the Life or even December Daily to have pages that are different from one to the other. I know Week in the Life, we usually have a formula, so that's just a little bit different, but I'm sure we've all had Week in the Life albums where we have, 3x8 pages, and then we have an insert, and then we have something out of the page protector. And I love that. I love that. So this seemed like the perfect fit for me. So somebody commented on one of my Instagram posts, it would be great to see you do process videos for these. And I went, wow, I never thought of that. And I didn't. I don't know why. It just didn't occur to me. And so I already have January, February, and March done. So obviously I cannot do process videos, but I'm just going to do quick walkthroughs and just kind of explain some of the things that are in the album. And then if anybody has any questions, you can always leave them in the comments. I am going to start doing process videos after March. So, all right, let's get started here. Beginning with the the beginning of the album, the first month, I have a page protector here a transparency here. This, again, just a transparency that I trimmed down. It used to be 7 inches, now it's 6. I just put a 3x4 journaling card with 2020 on there. And then on the back side, this is from the Start Story Kit. So again, just an introduction there with the dates on the top and these tab stickers. Love them. Top 10 favorite things, tab stickers for sure. Okay, and I love that you can kind of see through the transparency to the next. And this is a full page paper from, I believe, also the Start story kit, and I just used the paper as it was. It was a 4x6 vellum card that I punched with my 4-inch circle punch and put that right in the middle. So again, introduction there. Backside, a photo of myself. So again, starting with things that began my new year. This was New Year's Eve, but it was essentially, you know, the new beginning of a new year for me. And so that is outside of the page protector as well. Another outside of the page protector item is a screenshot of text messages that I had. And so I put that on there. Again, tab sticker on the end. And those two things go together. So they are kind of like a little mini scrapbook spread. And you know, essentially it's what we do when we do 6x8 pages, or even, you know, 8.5x11, 2 pages facing each other. So that's how that is. On the back side, I continue on. This is the same size, and it's backed with the screenshot. And there's my journaling about New Year's Eve, chipboard piece, and that kind of is a little spread in itself. These are from Citrus Twist. I had people ask me about these. These, I believe, are the Instax sized page protectors. I don't have an Instax, but I love these little page protectors. I think they are adorable. Just so happens that from the January Scrapbook by the Month kit, these little banners fit in there so nicely. I did have to trim off some of the white part, but they just fit in there so nicely. So I paired the banners with the circle die cuts and then photos. Again, another tab sticker. And then the same thing on the other side. So this whole thing right here is all about my little George. So that's like, again, what I would consider to be a second spread. So just like some of you are doing weekly, you would have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I don't have that. I just have, bam, this is January, and here are the spreads within January. And sometimes I might use a Scrapbook by the Month kit, and everything is going to correspond with each other, and sometimes I may just use whatever I want. Great way to use up your stash as well. So this is your regular 6x8 4-pocket page protector. I have 3 photos, and then the January kit had these tags, January stories. So I typed on those, added the date, chipboard star. Very simple. So these all kind of introduced January. This was all from the same day, January the 17th. And then we flip over. And again, all related stories on this one. Several dates stamped. It's about the snow. And we had several days of snow in January. So I just ended up stamping all of the dates of snow. Do I know what day this picture's from? No. Do I know what day this picture's from? No. And I honestly don't care. I'm perfectly okay with them not being in chronological order. It does not bother me at all. I know that when you're doing week by week, you know, within a week, a lot of people are very particular about, okay, these photos happened early in the week and these photos happened later in the week. I did that. I was exactly like that when I was doing 12x12, and that's one of the things that I let go of. No longer am I like that. It's very freeing, right? It's very freeing, for me at least. Again, we all have our own way of going crazy, and what you do is what you do. And if it's right for you, that's all that matters. Okay, this next page spread is, again, 4 pockets. Story details are that this is my December daily story. I finished December daily. I used a vellum card, 2 photos, and then another card that gives you my story. So, chronological, not necessarily. And then the back side, these are just random stories now. So these 2 pictures are related to each other. This one's not, and this one's not. So again, this one's the 26th, this one's the 30th, and then over here's the 25th. So, you know, just putting them in there how I feel like they look the best. And then down here, I have a 4x6 card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 stories here. And I stamped the dates. So this date here corresponds with this photo here. This date here corresponds with this photo, this date with that photo. So again, there's a little bit of rhyme and reason there, but it's not something that I'm kind of thinking of ahead of time. It's just as I'm slipping the photos in the pockets and as I'm adding the journaling, I'm like, oh, okay, let's stamp the date on these things. So, and that is January. So again, super simple. I did want to show you that I did these, and this is February is in here, January isn't yet because I haven't finished them all. These are just regular everyday transparencies, and I used my silhouette to cut out the words January, February, March, all the way up to December. And then I went ahead and I put them on a transparent piece to separate each month. Okay, so what could I have done here? Let's talk a little bit about that. Could have, would have, should have, it depends on how picky you are. But I could have ended January here and then began February here, which technically would have been probably the most organized way to do it, right? But I didn't want to because I had more to say about January. I wasn't done yet. I could have flipped this over and put filler things in here for January, but I didn't have anything else I wanted to put. So I just decided pictures are done, journaling's done, January's done. And when you flip over, we start with February. So this essentially, okay, just kind of thinking through what my mind would have told me to do years ago, this essentially should have been here, right? In my very structured mind at that time, this should have been here. This should have ended January. This should have began February. That's how my mind would have thought many years ago. I don't think that way anymore, so I'm good with it. I'm perfectly fine with the fact that, you know, when you flip this page and you move from January, that this February is here, but this is also February, okay? Again, can we talk a little bit about how picky we want to be? Absolutely. We have every right to be as picky as we want to be. It's just, it's your hobby, it's your album, and you do what feels right for you. I'm just giving you some options about things that I'm doing that, you know, it may have taken me a little while to get past some of these hurdles in my thought process. I think we all have little hurdles that get in our way where we're, oh, should I do that? Well, I don't know. I'm a documented overthinker, so I probably, you know, am very capable of going back and forth about a topic like this for way too long. I just decided that I had to pick my battles, and this is not the hill that I wanted to die on. I wasn't ready to, you know, have a, you know, a problem with the fact that, you know, this is here. Okay, so that's January. I'm going to create a separate folder for a separate video for February so that I can kind of keep them separate on my YouTube channel. But if you have any questions about January, please feel free to reach out and let me know. Again, there will be walkthrough videos for February and March, and then April will begin process videos if anyone is interested in that. And at the end of this video, I'm going to just include the pictures of my pages as I took them for my Instagram channel. I won't talk through them. I'll just kind of have the video kind of go through them one by one, giving you, you know, a static view of each of the spreads for January so that you can kind of, you know, pause them on that if you want to take a closer look. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.